Hey folks, Philly Boy J back here with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make Mexican chicken enchiladas. Here we have some boneless chicken that's already been cleaned. I allowed the chicken to soak in some salt water and I rinsed it off, so the chicken is clean and fresh. Alright, and again, this is boneless chicken. Here's the seasonings that we're going to be using. You're going to need some regular salt, some black pepper, some whole oregano season, some onion powder, some ground cumin, and some chili powder. Okay guys, so here's what else you're going to need. You're going to need 2 cups of enchilada sauce. That's one of the main ingredients. You can use red or green enchilada sauce. Some people use green. I prefer red. You're going to need some olive oil or vegetable oil. This is what we're going to use to fry the chicken. I have some minced garlic here. That's why we're not using garlic powder. We're going to get some garlic flavor from the minced garlic. Only going to be using a small amount of this, by the way. And we have some flour that's going to thicken the sauce. And we have some butter. Alright. The butter we're using to make the sauce. Okay, so make sure you have all of these ingredients as well. You're gonna also need some sour cream. This is 16 ounces worth of sour cream. And you're also gonna need some shredded cheese. Here I have a combination of shredded Mexican blend cheese and shredded Colby Jack cheese. All right. Here's the pack of Colby Jack cheese. And here's the pack of Mexican 4 blend cheese. And last but not least, here are the vegetables that we're going to be chopping up and adding to our Mexican chicken enchiladas. We have 2 tomatoes here. Make sure you have a large onion. We have some scallions here, aka green onions. And we have some fresh cilantro here, okay? So make sure you have that. Tomatoes, an onion, green onions, and fresh cilantro. Okay guys, so here's our chicken. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna season it. So we're gonna season it with about 2 tablespoons of salt. Alright. I'm going to use a tablespoon of pepper. A tablespoon of onion powder. We're going to also use a tablespoon of cumin. And all of these seasonings combined give you a nice Mexican season. This is actually the way you make Mexican seasoning. We're going to also add a tablespoon of chili powder, right? And last but not least, about a teaspoon of whole oregano. And we want to massage the seasoning into our chicken. Make sure it's well seasoned. Smells so good. So that's our well seasoned chicken. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fry the chicken. Alright? So let's go fry the chicken. Okay guys, so you're going to get a frying pan and place it over medium-high heat. You're going to get your olive oil. Going to add that to the pan. About 3 tablespoons worth of olive oil. Okay, and now we're going to add the chicken. So we're going to remove the chicken and place it on a cutting board. We're going to shred it up. I'll chop my chicken up like this. Okay guys, so we chopped up all the chicken. Alright. That's where you want your chicken to look. It's well seasoned and it tastes great, by the way. We're going to save the juice from the chicken. We're going to add that to the sauce that we're about to create, just to give the sauce more flavor. All right, this is going to serve as our chicken broth. Okay guys, so we're going to chop up our vegetables now. Going to chop up our onion first. And you're going to slice your onions into small pieces like this. Okay, so those are our finely diced onions. Going to chop our tomatoes up now. And you want to dice them into small pieces. Kind of like square shapes like this. Okay. Okay guys, so here's our diced tomatoes. Okay, I chopped up 2, by the way, because we're going to be using some of these diced tomatoes for the sauce, and we're going to be using some of these tomatoes to garnish the enchiladas with in the end. Okay. Okay, so we have a green onion here, and we have some fresh cilantro here. We're going to dice both of these up into really small pieces. We're going to garnish the chicken enchiladas with some green onions and some fresh cilantro. Dice it up into really small pieces like that. Okay, so there you have your chopped scallions and your chopped cilantro. Okay guys, so it's time to make the sauce. So you're going to place a pan over medium heat. And what we're going to add first is about 2 teaspoons of butter. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to saute most of the vegetables. Here you have your minced garlic. We're only going to be using about half a teaspoon of minced garlic. Minced garlic is really strong, so you're not going to use a lot of that. All right, so you're going to add a half a teaspoon of minced garlic. You're going to add half of your tomatoes and all of the onions. And you're going to let this go until it browns. All right. You can even turn your heat up high to speed up the process. Okay guys, it's beginning to brown, so we're going to add a tablespoon of flour. And we're going to stir that in. We're going to add some of our enchilada sauce. And you're going to reduce the heat to low. And just for additional flavor, we're going to add some of that chicken broth that we created when we fried the boneless chicken. Okay guys, that's our sauce. It's thickened up, so now we're going to add some of the Mexican blend and Colby Jack cheese. We're also going to add some sour cream. And we're going to stir that in. Okay, so we're going to place our chicken in this, all right? Here's our chicken that we cut up earlier. We're going to pour this sauce over the chicken. We're going to blend this in. You can smell that sour cream and that cheese. Look at that. Okay guys, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to get a big baking pan. We're going to cover the bottom of the baking pan with some of that enchilada sauce that was left over. So in order to get them really flexible and soft, you want to microwave them for about a minute and a half. So that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to microwave my corn tortillas for a minute and 30 seconds. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. You want to kind of wet these first. Okay. So I'm gonna show you how I add the meat. Also, you want to open your can of black beans and you want to drain them. Okay, so here's our drained black beans. We're going to place the chicken in the middle, kind of spread it out, and then you want to sprinkle some of the beans into it. That's if you like beans. Okay. And you're going to wrap it. And you're going to wrap it wrap side down. You want the wrap side to be flat. Okay, like that. That's the way you want it to look. Okay. Okay guys, so we wrapped out our enchiladas. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour the remaining sauce over it. These are some real Mexican chicken enchiladas. Real. Right? What I like to do is add some sour cream on the top. I lived in Texas for a while, and I used to watch Mexican people make it, and they used to always add sour cream to the top before baking it. These are real chicken enchiladas though. Real. We're gonna add some cheese. Cover it with cheese. Right. And then garnish the top with the tomatoes and the cilantro and the green onions. Okay, like that. I'll show you guys how it look when it's done. Okay guys, it's all done. Mexican chicken enchiladas. I like to let it sit for about a half an hour so they cool off just a little bit and kind of stiffen up before I plate it. But yeah, they're done. So I'm going to get ready to plate them. Looks absolutely delicious there. It's that Mexican food. I love chicken enchiladas ever since I lived in San Antonio, Texas back in 2004, 2005. And that's where I learned how to make them. And I kind of added my little twist to it. But yeah, this is pretty much as close as you're going to get to the real deal. Real Mexican chicken enchiladas. Down in Texas, they used to serve them with some pinto beans. And that's what I have here, some pinto beans on the side. That's what the Mexicans used to eat it with. Hope you guys enjoy. Peace. Chicken enchiladas.